Hi, I'm from PrepWind. Here's something most students don't realize. Interview questions aren't what they seem. When an interviewer asks, "Tell me about yourself," they're not actually asking about yourself. When they ask, "What's your biggest weakness?" they don't care about your weakness. Every question has a hidden question behind it. And if you answer the surface question without understanding what they're really asking, you've already lost the interview. Today, I'm going to decode 4 common interview questions, show you what interviewers are really evaluating. By the end of this video, you'll never hear interview questions the same way again. Let's start with the most common one. Question 1. Tell me about yourself. What students think this means? Recite your resume. List your skills. Talk about your hobbies. What it really means. Can you communicate concisely, relevantly, and strategically in 60 seconds? Here's what I'm actually evaluating. 1. Can you prioritize information? Do you know what's relevant and what's not? 2. Can you tell a coherent story? Or do you jump randomly from topic to topic? 3. Can you tailor your answer to this role? Or is this a generic script you use everywhere? When a student says, "I'm Rahul, fourth year CSE. I know Java, Python, C++. I like coding and playing cricket." I hear, "I haven't prepared. I don't know what's important. I haven't researched this role." When a student says, "I'm Rahul. I built a campus event platform used by 200 students across 5 colleges, which taught me building scalable systems." Exactly what excites me about your backend engineering role. I hear, "This person can communicate strategically. They've connected their experience to our needs. They've done their homework." Same question, different understanding. The hidden question behind "Tell me about yourself" is, can you communicate like a professional or are you still thinking like a student? Question 2. What's your biggest weakness? What students think this means? Confess a flaw. Try to disguise a strength as a weakness. So they say, "I'm a perfectionist," or "I work too hard." I've heard this 500 times. It's a cliche, and I know you're avoiding the real question, what it really means. Are you self-aware? Can you grow? Do you take ownership? Here's what I'm evaluating. 1. Do you actually know your weaknesses? Self-awareness is rare. I want to see if you have it. 2. Are you actively working on them? Or are you just coasting, hoping no one notices? 3. Can you discuss failure without deflecting? Maturity means owning your gaps. When a student says, "My biggest weakness is I'm a perfectionist," I hear, "I'm not being honest, I'm playing safe, I lack self-awareness." When a student says, "I used to struggle with delegating in team projects, I'd take on too much myself. I'm actively working on this by practicing clear task breakdown and trusting teammates with ownership. It's still a work in progress, but I'm much better than 6 months ago." I hear honest, self-aware, growth-oriented, coachable. The hidden question behind "what's your biggest weakness" is, can you handle feedback and grow, or will you be defensive and stagnant? Question 3. Why should we hire you? What students think this means. List all your skills and brag about yourself. So they say, "I'm hardworking, quick learner, team player," generic, forgettable. Every candidate says this. What it really means. Do you understand what this role actually needs? And can you connect your skills to our problems? Here's what I'm evaluating. 1. Have you researched what we're looking for? Or are you giving a generic answer you'd give to any company? 2. Can you articulate your unique value? Not just "I'm good at coding," but what specific value you bring. 3. Do you understand our challenges? Have you thought about how you'd contribute? When a student says, "I'm a hard worker with strong technical skills and good communication," I hear generic, no research, could be anyone. When a student says, "You're scaling your backend to handle 10x traffic," I saw this in your recent tech blog. I've optimized database queries that reduced response time by 60% in my college project. I understand the challenges of scaling, and I'm eager to apply that problem solving to real production systems. I hear research done, specific value demonstrated, connected their experience to our needs. This person gets it. The hidden question behind why should we hire you is, have you done your homework or are you just mass applying? Question 4. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What students think this means? Describe your career ambitions. So they say, I want to be a senior engineer, or I see myself leading a team. Vague, no depth. What it really means. Are you thinking long term, or will you leave in 6 months? Do your goals align with our company growth? Here's what I'm evaluating. 1. Do you think beyond the immediate? Or are you just focused on getting any job? 2. Are your goals realistic and grounded? I want to be CEO in 5 years is not realistic. 3. Do you see yourself growing here, or will you jump ship the moment something shinier appears? When a student says, I see myself as a senior software engineer, I hear generic answer, no real thought, probably rehearsed. When a student says, in 5 years, I'd love to deepen my expertise in distributed systems, maybe contributing to architecture decisions. I'm drawn to companies like yours that invest in engineers' growth through mentorship and complex technical challenges. Long term, I want to be someone junior engineers can learn from. I hear thoughtful, specific domain interest, values learning, wants to stay and grow, good cultural fit. The hidden question behind where do you see yourself in 5 years is, are you serious about growing here or are we just a stepping stone? Want to master how to answer all of these? Graduate Interview Plan Workshop. We don't just tell you the hidden questions, we help you craft your specific answers. Your 60-second introduction, your weakness answer that shows growth, your star stories for behavioral questions, your smart questions to ask interviewers live practice, real-time feedback. Stop answering surface questions. Start addressing what they're really asking. Link in the bio. I'm Prepwind, and we help you decode interviews. If this changed how you think about interview questions, subscribe for more insider perspectives. See you in the next video.